Hi, welcome to yoga class. I'm Jamie. Today we are going to work on crow pose. So we're going to work on just regular centered crow pose and then also side crow. Today in class we'll do a lot of strength building in our core and in our shoulders and upper back, arms, biceps to be able to support this arm balance. And we'll also work on the mobility of our hips, our hamstrings, and our shoulders so that it's more easily accessible to you. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in child's pose. Before we begin, grab any props that you might want to use. So a lot of times practicing crow pose, especially if you're just starting out, people will get this fear of falling out of it and falling on their face, even though you don't have very far to go, and if you do fall, it probably is not going to hurt. But if you've got that in your head, if you've got that blocking you, then go ahead and grab a pillow so that you have that available to just slip underneath your face in case you were to fall. Little just mental trick to help you feel a little bit braver when you're pushing into that crow pose. All right, so let's begin. Now that you've got your props ready and handy by your mat, going into child's pose, toes together, knees apart. Let your forehead come down on your mat. Let your hips sink back towards your heels. Close your eyes, settle in. And we'll start here with a few deep breaths, staying down in your child's pose. With your head resting, your eyes closed, take a big inhale, fill all the way to the top with air. Open mouth, exhale. Let everything go. Do that again. Big inhale fills you up. Open mouth, exhale. Letting everything go. And then seal off your lips and start to let your air come in and out through the nose. Keeping your shoulders relaxed. Keeping your jaw relaxed, still down in your child's pose. Just starting to feel the easy, natural rhythm of your breath coming in and out. Notice the way your body expands and contracts. And really take the time here to be present with your physical self, to be present with your breath and your body, to check in with how you're feeling, and to set an intention for your practice. Think about what it is that you need in your life today, what it is you need in your practice today. Now that you know where you're going in your practice, that you're working on crow pose, what will help lift you up and inspire you to be the strongest, most powerful version of yourself on your mat? Maybe it's a word, maybe it's a theme, maybe it's a mantra, just whatever you need. Once you have that intention, we'll begin to drop the elbows to the mat if you have them lifted up. Bring your hands into prayer position. Bring your elbows a little bit closer to your head. And then once you have your hands in prayer position, you're going to start to pull your hands back behind the head. So we're just working on a little bit of shoulder mobility. Reach the fingertips forward to the front of the mat. And then bring your hands back behind your head. We'll do that a couple more times. Forward and back, forward and back. Bring your hands back down to the mat, separate the hands, activate your child's pose, grip the fingers into the mat, lift the elbows, lift the forearm, and then start to find a little bit of movement. Maybe rocking the shoulders side to side, turning the head and neck back and forth. Pull your belly up and in, look forward. We're coming forward to a back bend. So we're going to slide the hands back so they're coming underneath the shoulders. Drop your pelvis, lift your chest, pull your shoulders back out of your ears, and then release your feet down wider than your mat. From here, we'll drop the right shoulder back, left shoulder presses forward. Add a little bit of a twist, a turn of the neck as you look past the right shoulder. Bring yourself back through center, left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. Back through through center, and then push up to all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to begin to move through our cat-cow. On your inhale, belly drops down, lift your chest, lift your tailbone. On your exhale, push your mat away from you, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, belly goes down, belly is soft as you lift your chest and pull your shoulders back. Exhale, contract the abdominal muscles, pull the belly button to the spine. Continue moving through this at the pace of your own breath, letting the breath be full and long, so not rushing it. And finding that breath and body connection, something that's so important during your practice. Let's go one more. Big inhale, full exhale. On your next inhale, come back to a neutral flat spine. So from here, we're going to move into hip mobility. So we're going to start by lifting the right knee. Keep the knee bent. Flex your foot. Draw your heel over towards your left glute. Then from there, start drawing circles with the right knee. Draw them forward to begin. Be careful that you're not collapsing down, so keep yourself active by pushing the mat away from you and lifting your chest up. Take your circles the opposite way. For 3, 2, 1. Extended tabletop. Square your hips back to the mat. Extend the right leg long. Left hand reaches forward. So here we're really going to find strength of the abdominals. Lift up away from your mat. Pull your belly in. Knit yourself together, your ribs together as if you're wearing a corset. Left arm extends out long. You can stay here or you can move to a bind. Bending the right knee, reach back, grab the top of the foot. So we're making a bow shape. Push the foot into the hand, drive your toes up. Chest is lifted so you get that stretch through the left shoulder. If you can't get here, if you can't get your foot, no big deal. Stay in that extended tabletop, just like this. You got it. If you got your foot, push a little bit higher. One more breath. Slowly release back to all fours. Hip mobility left side. Keep the left knee bent. Open up the hips. Flex your foot. Draw your left heel towards your right glute. And then start to make circles forward with the left knee. Pull your chest away from the floor. Spread your fingers wide. Grip the fingers into the mat. Reverse your circle. Practicing those strong hands is going to prep you for your crow pose because that's what you're balancing on is your hands. So you want really powerful, strong hands, putting a lot of intention there. Make your way to extended tabletop. Square the hips off. Extend the left leg back. Right hand reaches forward. Pull up. Push the mat away from you. Knit your ribs together. You can stay here or bend the left knee, reach back with the right hand. Once you've got the foot in your hand, push your foot, drive your toes up, lift your chest, feel the stretch through the right shoulder. You got it, guys. One more breath. Back to your extension, down to all fours. Going right into some strength building drills before we even hit our first down dog. So we're going to come down into our forearms, interlace your fingers together. We're going to push into dolphin pose, and then we'll do some dolphin push-ups to strengthen our shoulders and upper back. But curl your toes under, push your hips up and back as if you were going into downward facing dog. Now, to do these push-ups, you're going to let your chest drop down. Your elbows poke up in your back. And then push them out away from you. Pull your chest up. Feel your biceps squeeze as well when you do that. So inhale, drop. Exhale, push. Inhale, drop. Exhale, push. Keep your belly pulled in the entire time. Maybe you can lift your hips a little bit higher. Maybe you bring your feet closer towards your arms. You got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk out to a forearm plank, push up to a high plank, lower down to forearm plank, push up to high plank. Alternate which hand goes down and up first. So left hand up, left hand down, right hand up, right hand down. Let's go, keep moving. For 3, for 2, here we go, almost there, last one. Hold that high plank. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take a big inhale, full exhale. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, hug it in tight, lift it high. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, pull the belly in. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, round your spine, tuck your chin in. Plant your foot with control between your hands, low lunge. Drop the left knee to the mat. Make sure that your right ankle is over, or your right knee is over your ankle, and it's not pushing past your toes. On your inhale, arms sweep overhead. Grab opposite forearms or opposite elbows. Place your arms behind your head. Look up. Let your pelvis sink down, and then start to push into a back bend. Gaze is up, chest lifts high as you go back. Breathe. Beautiful, guys. Slowly release. Hands frame your foot. Half split. Start to drop your hips back just as much as you're able to. So we don't want to take hips all the way to the heel. We want to keep the hips lifted because that's deepening the stretch through our hamstring. If you want to go deeper here, just heel toe the right foot forward a little bit. That's going to create some more space between the legs and allow you to get a deeper stretch in the hamstring. If you're really tight, definitely keep a bend in the hamstring. If you want to go even deeper, release the head and chest down. Slowly push yourself up. Bring yourself back to your lunge. Heel toe the right foot over to the right side of the mat, lizard lunge. Forearms down to the mat. If you can, push the left leg straight. If you can't get down to your forearms, no big deal, just stay up on your hands. From here, you can add movement if that feels good to you, or if it feels good to just stay still, that's a fine option too, just stay still. Find the breath. All right, so here we're honing in on that strength of the arms, of the shoulders, of the core. Okay, so I like to interlace my fingers. You can just bring your hands down to the mat as well. We're gonna stay in this forearm plank position. Pull the belly in tight. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Beautiful. Push back up, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Round the spine, pull the belly in. Plant your foot between your hands, low lunge. Release the right knee to the mat. Make sure the left knee doesn't push past your toes, so just adjust the feet and the back knee as you need to. On your inhale, sweep your arms up. Reach back, grab opposite elbows or opposite forearms. Place your arms behind your head for a little bit of leverage to push into your back bend. Set your gaze up, lift your heart. Elbows opening wide, so you're opening through the chest. Let your pelvis sink down as you go back. Breathe in and out. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands frame your foot. Half splits, drop your hips back as much as you can. If you want to bring that left foot forward a little bit, you can do that. If you need to keep the bend in the knee, please do so. If you would like to melt over your left leg for a deeper stretch, you can go there too. So make it work for you. Might be totally different from the right side to the left side. So just really use this opportunity on your mat today to get to know your body, to get to know the differences from one side to the other, to find your strength, to find your power, but also to give yourself a little bit of grace where you need it. Awesome, guys. We're slowly coming back to that lunge position of the ankle underneath the knee. Heel toe the left foot out to the left edge of the mat, lizard lunge. So your arms are inside the leg, your wrists are under shoulders. Now, you can stay on your hands or go down to your forearms. Press the right leg straight. Really powerful right leg, really strong core. And then maybe finding a little rock side to side if you like that. You can also roll to the pinky toe edge of the left foot so the left foot is popped up off the floor. Lots of variation and places to play and be here. And now we're going to really activate through the upper back, shoulders, and biceps. Pull the belly in, engage the right quadriceps, step the left foot back, forearm plank. Exhale, push up, high plank. Take a big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Full exhale. Spread your fingers wide. Grip the fingers into your mat. Look forward. So again, we're finding that intention of strength and power in the hands. Lift the hips high. Pike the hips, pike the hips. Keep pushing the hands down into the mat as you tiptoe forward. Go slow if you need to. And then when you reach the top, inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, face to shins. Inhale, tall mountain, arms sweep overhead. You're still facing the front of the mat. I'm just going to turn to see you. Grab the left wrist. Take another inhale to lengthen. Exhale, hinge to the right, hips bump to the left. So we don't want to collapse into the right side. You want to keep the right arm long. Continue to find length through the right side body as you deepen the stretch through your left waistline. Inhale takes you up. Switch sides. Grab the right wrist, lengthen, and exhale, hinge to the left, hips bump to the right. Chest is open. Maybe you gaze up past the top arm. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, mini back bend, goal post your arms. Lift your heart, push your pelvis forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, face to shins. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands to your mat. We're going to our first vinyasa flow. Step back to a high plank. Always option to take knees if this feels better to your chaturanga. Exhale, low plank chaturanga, elbows squeeze in by the rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift through your chest, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah. Plant your foot between your hands, crescent lunge. On your inhale, rise, arms sweep overhead. Deep bend in the front leg, strong back leg. Take another big inhale, lengthen through the fingertips. Exhale, twist open like a T to the right. Right hand reaches back, left hand reaches forward. Reverse crescent, back hand to back leg, left hand up and over, big stretch through the left side body. Star pose, cartwheel the arms open, turn your toes out, get big. Exhale, goddess squat, drop your hips low, bend the elbows. Bring your hands to your thighs. We're just going to work a little bit of a stretch in here. Okay, so we're going to add a shoulder dip, side to side. Belly stays in, hips stay low. Really starting to stretch and open up those shoulders a bit more. Beautiful, guys. For 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale up to goddess squat. Elbows in line with shoulders, thumbs and pointer fingers together. Add a pulse here, finding strength. Weights in the heels rather than the toes. Biceps engaged, shoulder blades gently coming together for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, star pose, big stretch up. Exhale, pyramid pose. Cartwheel the hands to frame the right foot. Right toes point forward. Step the back foot in just a bit. Square the hips to the front of the mat. So right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Belly pulls up and in. Exhale, fold. Bring your forehead towards your shin. If you want a balance challenge here, you can press the palms together and let the fingers hover above your mat. Hands frame your foot. Malasana squat. Left foot steps to the outside of the mat. Right foot steps out. Hips drop low. Hands to heart center. Take a big inhale. Full exhale. And we're prepping for our first crow pose. So for crow pose, we're gonna set up with big toes touching and heels apart. So you're creating this V shape with your feet. Now, if you want your pillow, if you've got that little bit of fear happening that you might fall out of this and fall on your face, grab a pillow, put it in front of you. When you set up your hands, we want to make sure that when you shift forward into the pose, that the hands are slightly out so that your shoulders can come over your wrist. So if you set up with your shoulders already over your wrist, then you're gonna push too far forward and probably topple over. Okay, so we want those strong, powerful hands, fingers spread wide, gripping the fingers into the mat, slight forward placement of the hands, and you can just kind of play around with that as you get going, and you might need to pull them in or push them out a little bit more. Okay, come up high with your hips, snuggle your knees in tight by your armpits, round your spine, pull your belly in tight, shift forward, look forward, don't look at your feet, lift the feet up. Strong hands, push the mat away from you. Heels draw towards your bottom for 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga, shoot it back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome job. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through, crescent lunge. Inhale to rise, arms overhead. Big breath in. Exhale, sink lower into your lunge. Take another inhale, lengthen through the fingers. Exhale, twist open to the left. Left hand back, right hand forward. Reverse crescent, back hand to back leg, right hand up and over. Beautiful stretch through the right side body. Cartwheel open, star pose. Toes turn out, fingers spread wide. Exhale, goddess squat, drop the hips low. Biceps engaged, shoulders engaged. Hands come to your thighs. We're going back to that shoulder dip, side to side. Catch the breath. Keep the hips low. If you feel tight or sore, you get like, ooh, yeah, I feel that at any point in this exercise here, then just notice what you feel, where you feel it. Check in with your body. How are you doing? Good. Okay, bring it back up to goddess. Hips stay low. Elbows in line with shoulders. Thumbs and pointer fingers together. Engage the upper back. So draw the shoulder blades in and add your pulse. 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 Squeeze and lift through the pelvic floor here. So that's another important part of your arm balance, is finding that engagement and that lift from the pelvic floor all the way into the low belly. For 3, for 2, and 1. Big inhale, star pose. Exhale, pyramid pose. Hands frame your left foot. Turn the left toes to point forward. Right foot steps in a little bit. Hips squared forward. Exhale, fold over the left leg. This time, if you want a variation, you can interlace your fingers together at your low back and then push your hands towards the front of the mat, bringing the shoulders out. Beautiful, guys. Bring your hands back to frame your foot if they're not already there. Step the right foot out to the edge of the mat. Left foot steps to the edge of the mat, Malasana squat. Drop your hips low, hands to heart center. Find your breath. Give yourself that mental pep talk. Remind yourself of your intention. Let's go to our crow pose, round 2. All right, fingers spread wide, hands placed forward, big toes to touch, heels apart. Lift the hips, snuggle the knees in tight by the armpits. So I kind of squeeze, I get pretty close to being inward, but I'm still squeezing on the outside. So when you come into this, you want to engage your inner thighs by squeezing your knees into your arms. Okay, so lift, place the knees by the armpits, squeeze in, engage your inner thighs, look forward, shift forward, belly in, lift the toes, strong hands, push the mat away from you for 3, for 2, and 1. Let it go, chaturanga, or just stepping back, making your way through your vinyasa flow. Upward facing dog on your inhale, downward facing dog on your exhale. Big breath in, full breath out. Give me that again. Big breath in, full breath out. Inhale, look forward. Walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift your weight into your left foot. Stork pose, 90-degree bend of the right knee. Figure 4, cross your ankle over the left knee. So you want to open up that right knee so the legs look like the number 4. And then drop your hips low, just finding that nice good stretch in the hips here. Right foot stays flexed. Belly pulls in, so you're finding the control of the abdominals to help you with your balance. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale up to stork pose. Chair pose, right foot meets the left, hips drop low. Roll body weights back in your heels. Tailbone down, belly's pulled in. Chest is lifted, biceps by the ears. Can you sit a little bit lower? Hands to heart center, chair twist to the right. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee, twist from your torso. Keep your hips low, your inner thighs engaged so your knees don't jut apart in opposite directions. Pull your chest up towards your thumbs, pull your right shoulder back. Stay in your twist, drop the hips to the heel for a little twisted squat. From here, you're keeping that left arm on the outside of the knee, placing your hands to the right side of your body, prepping for side crow. So if you're really close to the front of the mat, you might want to scoot back a little bit. Side crow, really similar setup to your regular crow. So hands are open wide. You're slightly forward because again, you're going to shift forward into this. So when you shift forward, you bend your elbows back. You're creating arms like chaturanga arms. So we don't want the elbows going out. We want the elbows going straight back. You're creating a shelf on your triceps to snuggle the leg and hip against. Okay, so hand placement, fingers spread wide, bend the elbows, snuggle the leg and hip on that tricep shelf. Lean forward, your head's a few inches off the floor, and then lift the feet up. You can stay here, or you can work on lifting that left leg. For 3, 2, 1. You can shoot this to chaturanga, or just come out of it however it feels good. Big inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. We're almost there, guys. Take a big breath in, full breath out. Inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale to chair pose. Arms sweep overhead, hips sink low. Good. Shift your weight into your right foot, stork. 90-degree bend of the left knee. Hands come to heart center. Figure 4, cross the left ankle over the right knee. Knee opens up so the legs look like the number 4. Drop your hips low. Chest stays up. Belly's in. Look at something that's not moving. If you're feeling wobbly like I am right now. Good, guys. Flex the left foot. Ah, that feels so good to the hips. One more breath. Beautiful. Bring it back up to stork. Left foot meets the right chair. Drop the hips. Weights in the heels. Scooping the low belly up. Lifting your chest. Pull your biceps back by your ears. Breathe. Hands to heart center. Chair twist to the left. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Twist from your torso. Pull your chest up. Stay in this twist. Really strong, engaged. Inner thighs hugged in. Chest pulling towards your thumb. Just lower hips to heels. The heels will pop up off the floor. Side crow, left side. Hands open big. Place your hands to the mat. Big wide open hands. You're gripping, you're strong, you're intentional, you're powerful in your hands. Your elbows going back. Create that shelf with the tricep. Snuggle the legs onto your shelf. Lift the feet. You got it, guys. If you want a little cheat here, you can bring your head down to the floor. Give yourself that to help you kind of get the feet up. And then when you're balanced, you can lift the head back up. For 3, for 2, and 1. Let it go. Chaturanga if you're feeling strong, or just release and make your way through your vinyasa flow. Big inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Release to your knees. Come back to seated, hips to heels. Hard work, guys. Y'all did awesome today, but it's not over. We are going to take a shoulder stretch. We've got a little bit more work, and then we've got more of a cool down. So let's interlace our fingers together at our low back. Draw the knuckles down. Lift the chest. Set the gaze up. Feel the shoulders pulling down out of the ears. Feel the knuckles drawing down towards your toes. Now slowly start to drop your chin in towards your chest. As you do, let the shoulders round forward. Pull the belly in, hollowing out through your center. Keep rolling down, curving the spine, bringing the forehead to the knees. Arms lift off your back, pushing the hands towards the front of the mat. Inhale, release. Come all the way up. Let go of the grip of the fingers. Last little burst of work, coming into high plank. Just a little bit more of our drills to keep building that strength through the core, through the shoulders, through the arms, so that your crow pose and all of your arm balances can get better and better, easier and easier every time you come to your mat. Step back to a high plank. From here, make sure you've got a really solid plank. So hips are in line with shoulders. We're not popping the hips up or dropping the pelvis too low. Right there in line with shoulders. If you need to, you can bring your feet out wider. And then find movement forward and back, forward and back. So like a saw movement here. For 5, 4, push the mat away from you. 3, 2, don't drop your chin to your chest. 1, swivel the hips side to side. Let's hit the obliques. Good, keep smiling, keep breathing. You're almost there. Savasana is coming. For 3, 2, 1, lower down to your forearms. Interlace your fingers, dolphin pose, lift your hips up. Walk the toes in. We're going back to those dolphin push-ups. Push the mat away, lift your chest, puff up between your shoulder blades. Release the chest down, pop the shoulders up. Exhale, push the mat away. Inhale, release. Exhale, push. Inhale, release. Your belly stays pulled in. Three more. 3, 2, 1. Release down to your knees. Resting child's pose. Knees apart, or you can keep the knees together, whatever feels good. Let the forehead come down. This time we're going to wrap our arms around our legs and just let the shoulders rest and relax. Beautiful, guys. Slowly push back up. Come to your plank. We're almost there. This is your last little burst, and we're going to take it down. So we're doing our drill, forearm plank, high plank. Down and up. Down to forearms, up to high plank. Down to forearms, up to high plank. Remember to alternate which hand goes down first, which hand goes up first. So you're not pushing up with the same hand every single time. You got it. I know it burns for me too. For 3, 2, almost there, last 1. High plank, hold it. And all the way to your belly. Beautiful job. Let your head come down. Just breathe for a second. We're gonna stretch those shoulders out. So keep your left fingertips by your left shoulder. Right arm goes out to the right side. So you can extend the arm all the way straight, or if you know that you're not super tight or don't have any issues in your right shoulder, you can bend the arm like a goalpost, resting that goalpost arm down on the floor. That'll give you a deeper stretch here. So head is down, lift the left leg, bend the knee, roll over to the right side. Doesn't matter if your left foot comes to the floor or not. We just want to kind of turn the chest up, lift the belly up, and put that stretch into the right shoulder. You can keep the left arm here, or you can wrap it around your low back. Good, guys. I know that feels so good. Maybe a little intense. Come back to your belly and switch sides. So right fingertips come by right shoulder. Left arm either goes out long like an airplane wing or up like a cactus arm or goalpost arm. Right leg lifts, head to the mat. Bend the right knee, bring it behind you. It might hover in the air, that's fine. But if you can bring the toe down to the floor, it's a little more restful. And the right hand can stay where it is, or you can wrap it around your low back. One more breath. Slowly come back to your belly. Gently push up to all fours. Come to a seated position. Bend the knees, lie back on your back. Taking bridge pose. We did a lot of abdominal work, so really great to balance that out with some back bending. Heels up by the bottom, arms by your side. Push into your feet, lift your hips. So we want to keep inner thighs engaged so the knees don't fall out, but you want to soften your glutes as much as you can. Push your hips up by putting pressure in your heels, not necessarily by squeezing your glutes. Then you're going to work your shoulders underneath your body. You might interlace your fingers here if your shoulders allow for that. If not, no big deal. Hands can just stay down on your mat. Another option is to reach forward and grab the front of your ankles. Don't forget to engage your inner thighs. Soften your glutes. Chin off your chest. Push into your heels. Hips a little higher. 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Easy spine twist. Knees together. Drop over to the right side. Left arm goes out. Gaze past the left shoulder. Let your shoulders fall away from your chest down onto your mat. And back through center. Easy spine twist to the left. Knees fall to the left. Right arm out. Gaze past the right shoulder. Back to center. Knees to your chest. Give yourself one more tight squeeze in. And then make your way out to final Savasana. Extending the legs out long. If you've got yourself a cold rag for your eyes for your class today, go ahead and grab that. Place it over your eyes. A comfortable resting place for your arms. Shoulders out of your ears. Eyes are closed. Take another big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Let it go. Let go of your breath, the heavy breath, the forced breath. Let go of your yoga practice. Let go of any negative energy that you brought with you onto your mat today. And just allow yourself to be right here in this exact moment. Allow yourself to notice your breath, to feel your body moving as the air comes in and out. Just gentle rise and fall of the belly. As much time as you need in your Savasana today. This is your time, your space to let everything else go and to just be present with yourself. To focus on your breath, to pray, to send gratitude, whatever you need. If you want to stay here a bit longer, feel free to hit pause. And then come back out when you're ready. And if you're ready now, slowly roll yourself into your fetal position, coming over to your side. Pause for a moment. Honor the intention that you set for your practice. And slowly, gently push up to a seated position. And when you find your seat, sit up tall. Bring your hands to heart center. Eyes are still closed. Give thanks for this day. Give thanks for your able body. Give thanks for your yoga practice. And for this wonderful community that we've created. That we are still stronger, still together, just in a different way. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for being here today. Enjoy the rest of your day.